The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play action, Mariota. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
And some room to work. Trotty. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2. End zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Come on. Hey.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Check pass.
They go play action with Hurts. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Up the middle with Eckler. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Running on first down, Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Once more, here's Eckler. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. 115 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Draw play. It's Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Off the play fake, Mariota. Buying time to his left. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. From the red zone now, Mariota. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Eckler now between the tackles. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mariota. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Wow, that qualifies as a bad miss because anything inside of 40 should be automatic. That's a big mistake right there.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. 60 Bobcat, cut 19, cut 19. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They go play action. Mariota. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a back.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Chargers 21, Commanders 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Back and 60.
Hurts. And it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chargers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing is Hurts.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They'll set up to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Michael Gallup as time expires in the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead on the final play of the half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Takes it at the 7. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Throwing on second down. Hurts. This pass into the hands of Turner. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Buffalo 18.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's Eckler again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now Mariota on fourth down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
But first down, Hurts slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Rattler. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. '70 Ranger.
He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Mariota. And that is incomplete here.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Mariota. He got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mariota on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On third down. Here's Eckler. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On fourth down, they're going to try the jet sweep, but he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Now the gadget play here on fourth down winds up backfiring. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. A CD that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson from 8 yards out.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the fourth quarter.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. A first down throw for Mariota.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Gay is on for the point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Get it! Come 19! Come 19! 79 Broncos! Go!
Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On play action, Mariota. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The Chargers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Complete, it's Dodson.
And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Mariota out to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
4 yards. First down.
First down, Mariota. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Warriors 70.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Mariota here to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.